Hello everybody, I'm forecaster Dustin Staples. It's Thursday as we get close to the weekend. We're going to be seeing an unsettled start, unfortunately. Not going to be the prettiest of the weekends. It's going to be the wettest weekend. We're going to see this in a long time for some of us, but it's going to be pretty wet and pretty unsettled out there as well. But let's kick things off this morning though, right on early on, 50s and 60s out there. You see the temperature change about 10, 15, 16 degrees cooler. Those nice dry air is moving in here, 40s and 50-degree dew points. Once again, those winds are making it feel a little bit cool out there almost. You see our dew point change about early on this morning, about 10 to 20 degrees cooler. We have clouds along south, the 264 along the Outer Banks. That's really about it. But we did see some rainfall yesterday, though, especially towards our Albemarle Sound counties north of the Highway 64, even down towards portions of Highway 70 there outside of Jacksonville and Swansboro. Portions of Newport also saw some rain as well. This is our cold front that moved in last night. It's still seeing some coastal showers south of Wilmington. And of course, the Hurricane Center was watching this little blob out there, not tracking it anymore. It's kind of been faded away. Latest on the tropics, though, Jerry is going to continue to hold strength and become a Category 1 storm sometime this weekend as it just scuffs past Bermuda out there and holding that status as it makes that turn out to the North Atlantic. And speaking of the North Atlantic as well, we got this 10% chance of development here. This is going to probably slowly develop. We'll keep an eye on that. Right now, it does not obviously pose a threat to the U.S. because it's moving, if anything, portions of Portugal up towards the United Kingdom. Now for locally for here, no rain today. Probably the most sunniest day we're going to probably have today as we go towards the afternoon. Clouds build on in for 60s right there, maybe a stray sprinkle, but again, most will stay dry. Not looking too bad. Starting things off on Friday morning, clouds, yes, but no rain expected. We're going to get up in the mid to upper 60s and low 70s out there. So it's going to feel a little on the cooler side thanks to that breeze as we continue to have that at play. And here's your your wind forecast here. Northeast component, 20-30 inland, 15 to 25 for our coastal, and then 15 to 25 for the inland areas right there too. Holding that status all the way through Friday and even into Saturday too. It is going to be downright windy as that coastal low moves around, giving a lot of rain for some. Mostly a wind issue, unfortunately, with that. So I'll have to watch for any power outages that may occur over this weekend. You see the wind gust forecast 30 to 40 along the coast, 20 to 35 inland. So it's going to be pretty breezy here as we go towards the next several days. And that is going to be the same song and dance over and over each day that carries that high wind up there. But here's your rainfall outlook here through Saturday. Coastal spots obviously pick it up. But when everything's kind of all said and done, a good 1 to 2 inches inland, possibly some higher amounts along the coast. But generally speaking, though, most of us are not expecting to see a major flood issue with anything, mostly coastal flooding. We'll have to watch out for that too. The humidity is going to slowly return, but it slowly returns down to normal here as we go towards the end of the following week. And you kind of can see here's the cold front pushing its way down, but we have that dry air for tomorrow, and then again watching for this coastal low to throw back some moisture for us. It's non-tropical, so there's no tropical association with this, but still going to be pretty wet as we have a lot more of tropical activity well out in the distance. We'll watch out for that too, but no swells or nothing like that that may be interfering with our forecast. Rip currents though are going to be moderate today for the Crystal Coast, both high for the southern and northern Outer Banks. Of course, it's going to be pretty wet out there this weekend, obviously, with everything going on. Wet and windy. Of course, the king tide will come to a close. That should help slow down some swells out there. But overall, your forecast for the next 8 days here, 70s here at least through Friday. We'll dip in the 60s for Saturday. Obviously, Mumfest is going to be pretty wet out there too, but once we get past that, lots of sunshine returns for us again. Still breezy at times as our overnight lows will drop down to 50s. Of course, the next Pirate home football game comes next Thursday with clear skies.